dun 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 dun. These are the new Mo Creatures horses. These are the regular horses, which by the new breeding schematic, I guess is the word I'm looking for, go away scorpions. These are there's supposed to be 8 of them that spawn naturally. So you have the black horse, the dark brown horse, the bay horse, and I use the actual colors of what it would be in the actual horse world just to make breeding easier and easier to remember. And then you got the white horse, the donkey, hello Lionel, and you have the zebra, which is over here in a breeding pen. And then you have almond, which is the zebra, and you also have buck, which is a buckskin. So I'm gonna go put these guys back where they're supposed to be, and we will get started on our horse guide. So yes, there's 8 naturally spawning horses. The zebras spawn more commonly in the plains biome than they do in other biomes. Zebras run pretty fast, as you can see. So, these are the naturally spawning horses. And these are all the ones that you can get. The light brown one is the one I call the buckskin. So if that is any easier for you guys to remember, go ahead and remember it that way. So these are the ones that will spawn naturally. I've only found the white and black ones. Or the white one, I should say. I've only found the white one in a forest. The zebras are in the plains. I have found this guy here. Just happened to be standing out front of my stable, so he had spawned there. And I've noticed the donkeys spawn in forests and plains. I haven't found them anywhere else. Just so you guys are aware of that. There is a bug I should mention, a few bugs actually, that concern the horses. One of the bugs is that they don't have textures, and that is a problem with Optifine and MC Patcher. So you either have to install Optifine or fix the settings or whatever. I haven't had that problem, so I don't know how to fix it, so please do not ask. Second, some people are having issues with the amulets and the taming process and the breeding. It's not working for them. I also don't have a fix for that. Please do not ask. And finally, a problem that can't be fixed is if you happen to have a pre-existing Pegasus, so like a Crusader from my Survival LP, if you install this new Mo Creatures and then go into that world, and obviously you have to go into that world, your rare horses, so the Pegasus and the Nightmare and the Black Pegasus and the Unicorn, will despawn, and you will be left with a less impressive horse. So you'll be left with like one of these guys that aren't rare at all, and your Pegasus and such will disappear. Hence why I haven't recorded any more LP episodes for the past week, because I really don't want that to happen to Crusader, because it's quite a long process to be able to breed to get a Pegasus. It's one of the last few horses on the tier of the new horses. So, the main 8 horses, and I'm going to go all the way over here. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the new updated Mo Creatures horse guide. So we have already talked about the naturally spawning horses, and now we're going to talk about the horses that you have to breed for. They do not spawn in the wild, and, well, the few of them that do spawn in the wild, you cannot tame. You have to kill them, collect what they drop, and make an essence out of it, and give it to another horse. So, just going to turn that down so I'm not hearing the horses. So, on each of the stalls, there is a plaque which tells you which horses I bred together. And I will also go through and explain the schematic that's on the forum page, because a lot of people are getting confused by that, and I really don't want any more questions. Because I don't have all the time in the world to answer them. As much as I like helping you guys out, I don't always have time. So, this one, named Rosie, is what I consider the Palomino. Now, she has a nice long flowing mane on the one side, if I can get, there we go. And she has a few white spots, but anyway, I consider her a Palomino. So to get her, you need to breed the white horse and the buckskin horse together, and that's how you get her. To get this dark brown or brown horse, you need to breed that bay horse with the dark brown horse that was out in the main pasture. You breed them together. And the black horse plus the white horse gets this gray horse. Now, he's hard to see because I accidentally put some armor on him, not thinking at all, and I can't figure out how to get the armor off. So I'm assuming it's permanent. Once you put it on them, it stays there. So, yeah, he's a nice dappled gray horse. And then we have what I consider Pinto number 1. Now, on the schematic, it actually shows this one as number 2. But for the way I bred them, this is Pinto number 1. So you breed this gray one with the white one out in the field, and you get Scepter here, which is Pinto number 1. Pinto number 2, Escapade, is the dark brown horse, which is out in the field, plus the white horse, and you get this one. I really like this one. I think it's really cool. And I really like the movement and such with these horses. They flick their tails every now and then, like that just did. They actually move their knees when they walk, and they also bob their head like a horse would in the real world. And then you have the spotted horse. Now, this one is the horse you need. Now, there's 2 different types of horses you can use to be able to tame the zebra. So I had used this one. So this is the spotted horse. So you have to take Pinto number 1 here and breed it with the black horse, and you get this nice black and white spotted horse named Comanche. You ride that one up to a zebra, and then you can tame it using the regular apple and saddle, and then you can bring the zebra back. Pinto number 3 is Pinto number 2, which is this guy, bred with the white horse, and you get Pinto number 3, which is a lighter version of Escapade. And then my 2 favorite Pinto horses of Mo creatures. We have the red Pinto, which is Pinto number 2, which is Escapade, bred with the bay horse from out in the field. And then to get Lakota, which is the black Pinto, you need to breed Solitaire here with a black horse, and you will get the black Pinto. So I'm just going to come in here and show you guys. I love the new textures for the horses, because they give a lot more interesting, we're going to ignore them, interesting things. The saddles actually show stirrups now, and when you're on the horse, you can see here, on either side of her neck, it looks like we're actually holding the reins. And then, obviously, we actually sit on the horses now. Before it was more of a side saddle thing, and it was kind of ridiculous. So, props to Kenzie Jensen. I hope I pronounced your name right. He is one of the ones majorly responsible for all these new horses, and I thank him greatly. Simply Horses is definitely going to have to fight to compete with this mod now. What else should I mention about the horses? Well, I gotta continue on with some of these rare horses. So, the Mule is obviously a horse and a donkey, so you can breed that one pretty close to the start of the game, providing you've found those horses. The Zorse, and why am I missing some fences? The Zorse is a zebra and a regular horse from out in the field, and that's how you get him. And you need the Zorse, you need a Zorse to be able to breed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 of the next few horses. You need to have a Zorse. So, thank you to Cashew and his brothers and sisters who helped me breed all these horses. And then you need a Zonkey, is the donkey and zebra. He looks kind of weird. And this is the Bat Horse. Now, they do naturally spawn in the wild. I have had no luck finding them at all. They spawn only at night and only in large underground caves. They can sometimes be found in those chasms flying around at the top of them. You need to be able to kill one of the wild bat horses and collect the Heart of Darkness, which is used to make the Essence of Darkness. You give the Essence of Darkness to a Zorse, and that's how you get this fancy guy. I do caution you, don't leave them outside. If you leave them outside in a pasture, they do fly away. I went outside one time to collect my Pegasus, and it was gone. Found it on top of a mountain just outside of my pasture, so be careful. That's why I put these guys indoors. The Nightmare is a Zorse that you've given Essence of Fire to, and this is the new Nightmare texture. He looks a lot more fiery than the old texture. Same thing, if you feed him redstone, he will set fire to things. Not a good idea for a wooden barn. The unicorn is a lot more rare now than it used to be. So, to get a unicorn, you need to give a Nightmare Essence of Light. I know I spelled that wrong. I couldn't fit it all in the sign. When he prances, you see little stars. It's kind of cute. You see little stars around when he dances. Oh. And finally, we have the black and white Pegasus. I love the textures on the black Pegasus. No joke at all. So, to get the white Pegasus, which is flying away on me, you need to give a bat horse Essence of Light. But there is a trick to that. You need to be at cloud level for that to work. I normally have my clouds turned off for my videos, just so the stuff runs faster and I don't get so much lag. I had to turn them on to get these Pegasuses. Or Pegasi, I guess. Yeah, because you have to be at cloud level. And it's kind of tricky, because you actually have to be off your horse in order for that to work. So, good luck getting a Pegasus in survival mode, because you will fall to your death. Unless you have super quick reflexes and can get off your horse, give them the Essence of Light, and then get back on before you fall. And then the black Pegasus, you simply give the Pegasus Essence of Darkness when you're on the ground, and you'll get the black one. So, yeah, these guys fly away on you. They simply fly straight up, and then they will thunder. Just a few minutes before I recorded this video was in the aisle of the barn. So you can see the detail on their wings, which is absolutely amazing. And obviously you can ride them and you can fly, just don't accidentally hit shift because you will fall. So, the last few rare horses, I have made these little things. These are the horses that are in the amulets. Now you can put your Pegasus in an amulet as well. You need the Sky Amulet for that, which is these ones. So, to get a skeleton horse, this is a pretty easy one to get. You have to kill a zombie horse, which naturally spawns in the wild, and collect the Heart of the Undead, which is this one. Please note, zombie horses also drop slime when you kill them. So, if you happen to see a slime wandering around in a place it shouldn't be, that is because the zombie horses, when they despawn, they leave slime behind. So finding slime in the world should be a lot easier now. So you give Essence of the Undead to any particular regular horse, except it wouldn't work for the donkey, the zebra, or the dark brown horse. Maybe I wasn't doing it right, but it wasn't working. And then you put them in an amulet. So, this is my skeleton horse. I'm going to show you guys what he looks like. Oops, come on. So you just right click on the ground, anywhere, and there you have it. And then you put a saddle on him, and you can ride him around. One thing I've noticed, it might not be a bug, but the name of your horse disappears when you put them in an amulet, and obviously they don't have a saddle on them when they're in the amulet, so you have to replace the saddle once you spawn them again. And you simply right click on them to put them back in the amulet. The saddle will fall off, you can collect the saddle, and then the amulet will drop, and you can collect the amulet. Sorry if I'm talking really loud, I'm trying to make this video as short as possible, and still get in all the information. So, there are two ghost horses as well, and they have to be the trickiest horses to get in the game. So the ghost horse has a 25% chance of spawning. The trick is you have to kill one of your rare tame horses. So, say, for example, I killed Crusader here. He has a 25% chance of spawning a ghost horse with wings. If you kill either one of the Pegasi, or the bat horse, they only have a chance, and that 25% chance, of spawning the ghost horse with wings, which is what I consider ghost horse number 2. And then if you kill a nightmare or a unicorn, or actually I think those are the only 2 options, you have a 25% chance of getting ghost horse number 1, which doesn't have wings. So I will show you guys here. And ghost horse 1 is also green. So there's ghost horse number 1. Looks like a zombie horse, but he is kind of ghost-like. Right now they sound like regular horses, but they're going to work on giving him more ghostly sounds. The crystal armor, which is the recipe over here, is made with glass and diamonds, and it is the only armor applicable to these ghost horses. So you put it on him there, and now he is armored. You can put a saddle on him, and of course you can ride him. However, just because he's a ghost horse, don't expect you can go through walls, because you can't. He is still pretty solid when it comes to that. So, when you go and put them back in the amulet, they drop both their armor and their saddle, and you can collect that right up. Ghost horse number 2, which is the one with wings, which I think is really cool looking, is this one right here, and he can also wear the crystalline armor. And he has wings, and he can wear a saddle, and not only can you ride him, you can also fly. Now, maybe if it was nighttime and I was outside, you would be able to see this a little bit better. They are kind of slow when they're walking on the ground. There we go. So look at his wings. Isn't that cool? And they also swish their tail on occasion. And that is the ghost horse. Woohoo! Now I'm going to get off and put him back in his amulet before he disappears on me. Collect my stuff. And there we go. And finally, the last 3 horses that I want to show you are the fairy horses. Pretty tricky to get, because there's a lot of Zorse breeding that has to go on to be able to obtain. So there's Ghost Horse 2, Ghost Horse 1, and here are the fairy horses. So going back to my beautiful wall of facts, to breed a fairy horse, you need a unicorn and a Pegasus. You put them together in a pen with a roof, because Crusader will fly away. You have to give both of them Essence of Light, and then leave, because you can't be anywhere near when they breed. And you will get a white fairy horse, which you can put in an amulet. So there's technically 3 different types of fairy horses. You have the white one, and then you have pink and blue, which are the other 2. You will also get a sky amulet when you breed your Pegasus to a unicorn. You will drop a full sky amulet, which will have your Pegasus inside. So you don't lose your Pegasus, you just get a sky amulet. And then to get the pink or light blue fairy horse, you simply give them pink or light blue dye. So here is one of them. There's the blue one. So you get that one, which has butterfly wings, when you give them, and he has stars when he dances around. Okay, so put him, get in your stall, Crusader. Okay, and here this one should be the pink one, there, who also has butterfly wings. She looks pretty girly. Put her back. And then, oops, collect that. And then the white one, which is pretty basic. Has little spots on her legs. That's the one you get without putting any dye to them. Giving them any other kinds of dye except pink or light blue will result in nothing. So, one final thing to show you guys with the horses. If you have a zebra record and a jukebox, oops, that's a fence. I'm going to go to where I had, look out Crusader. Oh, and if you have any of your armor, which is the recipes displayed above here, any of your armor, you just simply take it, and you right click on any of your horses, and it will wear the armor. Also remember that the crystal armor can only be used on, oh great, now both Pegasus are out of their stall. Can only be used on the ghost horses. It can't be used on any of the others. The gold, diamond, and iron armor can be used on any of them. So, take your zebra, put a jukebox near him. Look out, horses. So put a jukebox down, and put your zebra record in it. And you're not going to be able to hear it, unfortunately, because this doesn't seem to record the game sounds. But it is a pretty cool song. Most of you will know it. And it will make your zebra dance. Which is pretty sweet. It doesn't do anything to any of the other horses, just the zebra. Then you simply take it out for him to stop dancing. And that is it. So that is the horse guide. I will explain the schematic as well and have that stuck onto this video. I had to build a whole entire new stable just for this video. If you guys want the updated, this updated Simply Horses Ranch, let me know. You'll also get the turtle enclosure with the Easter eggs and the ostriches. You need Simply Horses mod and Mo Creatures for this mod to work. I do believe most of the lighting inside the house and inside the first barn is run by wireless redstone, so if you want that to work, you will also need wireless redstone. I think those are the only mods that this map uses. If you guys don't care, and you just want the buildings, then you don't need any of those mods installed. So please let me know if you guys want the updated